there, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Angie and I'm a chemist who loves makeup. In my NYX brow gel video, a couple of people commented that I needed to buy the NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Gel. So I did. And this product actually surprised me. After taking your suggestions and trying this out, I'm going to give you my full review on this product. So the way this video is going to break down, per usual, first we're going to go into the basics, then we are going to go into the full review of the product. We'll talk about the ingredients and how they make this product work the way that it does, then the pros and cons of this product, and we are going to compare it to the NYX Brow Glue. That was the video you guys were commenting on in the first place. Starting with the basics, this is a drugstore brand. NYX is available a lot of places. Ulta, Target are usually my go-tos. At Ulta, this product retails for $12 for 0.23 ounces or 6.52 grams, which makes the value of this product come out to $52.17 per ounce or $1.84 per gram. This is a thickening brow mascara. It has plant fibers in it and there are 8 colorways. I first started using this product just running through, but then I did see some TikToks or YouTube videos on, I guess, the proper way to use this product, or what I was taught to be the proper way. I do go the opposite direction of my hair growth to kind of build up the hairs, and then I brush it back into the more fluffier state. When I do it this way, it pretty much does the whole job. I usually don't have to fill in the middle part of my brows. It's usually just the tail and the inner corners that I have to make look like they belong to an eyebrow. It does wear very, very comfortable throughout the day. It doesn't feel like super hairsprayed down or anything. It's very comfortable. It does keep the positioning of the eyebrow hairs fairly well, but it is still very easy to take off at the end of the day. But where I have a gripe with this product is for the brush. So it's a tapered brush. That's wonderful, but I think this brush is too large. I think they need to reduce the size a little, because sometimes I will get it like right here, for instance, and then you gotta wait, you gotta let it dry, and then I feel like I can take it off, kind of like how mascara works. So one thing I want to start incorporating into these reviews is the packaging, and kind of giving you some of my thoughts on the packaging, or give you a little insight on how the final product is most likely packaged into the final packaging. I don't obviously know for sure because I'm not at these facilities where they do it, but I thought it might be interesting and a little bit of extra knowledge for you. So this packaging is a tube packaging with the crimped part at the top you can see here. What this is going to happen is this means this tube is going to come open at the top when it first arrives, and it's going to be filled from the top. From the supplier of the tubing, it's probably already printed on the tubing. They probably do that at wherever they manufacture these tubes. And the brush cap could be manufactured at a separate place, so that probably gets put on first and then the product is filled. After the product is filled from the top, it is going to go down that line, and this top part is going to get crimped together essentially with heat. One thing I did notice that was interesting, there is a white line on the back of the packaging, and it goes right up to where this starts to fold. So I think that little white line is used at reference to where on the packaging to start the sealing process. That way they don't try to crimp it too far down. Also out in the back here, we are going to see, so I should have gotten a picture of this better. This seems to have faded off through my use, but the lot code on this is XPW41W. So the way that lot codes work, either they can be in sequential order, or different codes or different letters or numbers are going to have different meanings, which could be the date they're produced. These lot codes are very important for reference. In the case if there's a problem, they can trace it down to one lot of the product. Most likely they assemble this packaging at the facility. I want to say that because this specific color is taupe. For every different tube, there is going to be a different color tube, but the caps are all pink and are just going to be the same color. The reason why this packaging is so easy to fill is because the top gives you a really wide tube to fill from. If we were to fill from the bottom of this where the brush goes into, that would be very small, and you would have to put the brush into it afterwards. Based on the shape of this brush, might be hard if it's not quite aligned properly. This is a pretty thin formula. The fibers in it do build up the eyebrows quite a bit. It pretty much gets the whole job done. I really only have to go in with an eyebrow pencil at the tails, at the inner corners of my eyebrows. Now we're gonna go into the ingredients. So the first category we're gonna have here is solvents. So we have water in this formula. This is a water-based formula. This is probably why it's easier to clean off at the end of the day. The waxes are gonna thicken up this product. This is what's gonna help keep those hairs in the position that you lay them down in. Then we also have film formers. The film formers are also gonna help this last longer. They're gonna be resistant to water, to sweat. These are gonna help, again, keep this product on throughout the day. Now, the fibers in this formula, I believe, are made out of cellulose. This is pretty common to use for fibers. It is plant-based, and this is what those fibers are made out of. This is what's helping build up those hairs. Next, we have the emulsifiers. Water and wax are not going to mix. So we need to have ingredients that are gonna mesh those two things together. Some of these are also very good emollients as well, which means they're gonna give a very soft feeling. The next ingredient category are skin conditioning agents. These two are gonna help increase the viscosity. This is what's gonna make it not super, super thin like water. It is gonna make it have more of a thicker viscosity to it. These are gonna help ensure that they're building up the brows enough, but also this is gonna help ensure that it can stick to the brush for you to apply it. So for humectant, we have butylene glycol in here. It's about the same density as water, so that's not gonna make it super, super thick. Glycerin, on the other hand, is a lot thicker. Humectants are really good because they help attract water. I don't think there's very much of them in this product, but butylene glycol might have been mixed in with another ingredient is my suspicion. The next ingredient is all on its own in this category. It's amino methyl propanol. So this is most likely not used in more than 2%. This is a pH adjuster. Its pH is on the higher end, which means this ingredient is used to bring the pH up higher. So if it's too acidic on one end, this is gonna be used to bring it from a lower pH to a higher pH. This is due to helping make sure that everything remains stable, make sure that this is not going to cause irritation when you apply it. Another ingredient in here that acts on its own is tetrasodium glutamate diacetate. This is a chelating agent, which means it's going to bind to ions in the formula in order to prevent it from causing adverse effects to the formulation or the appearance of the product. Next, we have a preservative system. These are all of the ingredients that are going to be present in order to make up the preservative system. They're going to be beneficial in different ways, but overall this is pretty standard. This makes sense because this is a water-based formula, so you would need to be more careful in having a good preservative system if your formula is water-based, because that is where microbes like to live. So the pros and cons of this product. So this is a very thin formula and it does wear very, very well. Fibers definitely are an added benefit to this product. It makes the filling in process so much easier. Some people may not even need or want to go in with a second product after using. For cons, there's not a ton of hold in terms of shaping. It does give you a nice shape, but you are not going to get that full laminated brow effect with this. And the brush needs to be smaller. I have thicker brows. Now imagine if someone had very thin brows. This would not be a great product for them. For the comparison to other products, of course we're going to compare it to the NYX Brow Glue because that was the one that the video is on that you guys suggested that I buy this product on. I haven't tried any of the color versions of the NYX Brow Glue, but I don't think that I like it as much as I like the Thick It Stick It Brow Mascara. The Brow Glue is more for shaping, whereas the Thick It Stick It is definitely more for building up the eyebrows. It's definitely better for creating more coverage on your eyebrows, filling them in, but still having some shaping benefit. And because of the ingredients in here, like the film formers and the waxes, I think this product is gonna last longer than the Brow Glue. Although, I will say that the Brow Glue brush is the perfect size, and I wish they would just duplicate that size. That's all I want. Overall in the showdown, I think the Thick It Stick It Brow Mascara wins. We're gonna also compare this to the Benefit Gimme Brow. It's a similar idea to the current Gimme Brow, but the OG Gimme Brow that had the fibers in it, in my opinion, I feel like this is a pretty good dupe for that. They ended up reformulated the Gimme Brow without the fibers because there ended up being some microbial contamination. I don't know why that is. I can't really remember at this point, but they did end up reformulating it, and it doesn't have the fibers in there, and it's just not as good as it once was, in my opinion. So if you were a fan of the OG Gimme Brow, I would recommend trying this brow mascara out. So with that, I do really enjoy this product. Overall, I had a very positive experience with it. Thank you for that recommendation. And leave some more recommendations down below. And if you learned something today, do not forget to click the like button and click the subscribe button so you will never miss a new upload. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Bye!